I am Jeffrey Rokoha. This is my Potter's Journal. I just did the 2,000 subscribers video. I always wanted to do the bitter potter video. So many reasons to be bitter. So many reasons to be mad. I wouldn't know where to start. Oh, let's pick on another potter. How about Tiffany, Hopple Creek Pottery? How come she gets the order for a big wedding? Why not me? I've been making pots since 1979. Oh, I guess it's the ladies who place these orders. Oh, the ladies love her. Look at her studio. Beautiful painting in the background. Little birds fluttering through the mountains. Butterflies. Oh, wait. Look at this place. No wonder they don't like me. Too many rough edges. Oh, me and the pots. But wait a minute. Okay. I did get the order for a wedding. 200 pots. Okay, this is going to be a big story. Let's see what's going on in the studio today. This is a story that I'll keep on telling for a month. We will look into this pot in great detail. How could anybody be bitter? Just got to keep at it. Day after day after day. It will happen. It will come. Okay, let's see what's in the kiln today, and the start, and the prototypes for 200 pots for a wedding. So what is in the kiln today? Well, this actually is from a past video and another story. So just go back to my last videos, and its story will be there. Its story and more. The story here is the little... well, they look like little cream pitchers, little syrup pitchers, little gravy boats, little let's make one omelet, single-person omelet with 1 or 2 or 3 eggs. These are the little things to be table gifts at a wedding. 200 of them. So these are prototypes. This one with the slip trailing. And very simple. And then just dipped in one glaze, and with the beaded foot, well, which is more for dipping in a glaze, but I think I have that as a prototype too. This is kind of a standard design I've done over the years with a banding of black slip and then combing through it. It's not really a transparent glaze, but we do see what's underneath of it if I use the glaze thin enough. Important too, the lines, indented lines in the clay made when it's turning, so that the glaze breaks there, adds to the design. So we're trying to decide which one we like. There's, 2 different shapes, the in and the bulged out. And here we go, the bulged out with the green glaze that I love, and the banded slip that is then coved through. So I like these, and we'll see what they like of the prototypes, and we'll see what else is in here. Actually, I'm already on the next part of the story here, and I'm not sure when I'll fill you in on how these come into play with the story. It always starts with my Potter's Journal and just sketching out all the different variations I could make and different ways I might decorate them with the slip or the trailed line. And the other thing too, though, is it does need to be kept simple. This can be great for the farmer's market. I looked at, how big a small Pyrex mixing bowl is, or even measuring cups that you'd use in the kitchen. I had asked if there was any cultural significance behind it, because I think it was the bride's family was Rajasthani. I don't know about the groom, but here we go. Here is a Scottish wedding cup. And I did find a German with a figurine holding something up, but did come up with something from Slovenian culture. Here's something I spotted at Slovene Fest in the museum part at the Cultural Center. This marked Yugoslavia. I knew I'd seen it before. I knew my grandmother had one, so I looked it up, and made in Yugoslavia. Okay, Slovenian wedding cup. Now it's made out of wood and it is in the shape of a pitcher. Okay, also Serbia, Croatia, could be metal, could be highly ornamented and a lot of color in it as well. So not as unusual an idea as I originally thought. A pitcher as a guest gift on the table at a wedding. So nice idea, and I was lucky too, just like Tiffany, it was a friend at the farm market who tracked me down with the idea, and her idea was just to be good, okay, to the artist. And the idea of handmade, homemade, how could I disagree with that? I remember bringing home from a wedding a little glass thing with the couple's name on it. What am I ever going to do with that? Whereas this, or should I say, something like this. We'll see what's exactly chosen in the end. Something you can use. Okay, again and again. And these are just preliminary prototypes. There will be twists and turns on the end. We've got it decorated on the outside with the green and here with the CMIS glaze. I really only have 2 glazes that are reliable. Kiln load after kiln load, since there's going to be 200 of these. And here we go, flared out or flared in. Which do you like? Well, I think those are also probably too big, so we've scaled it down here. The problem then is, how do you put the decorative element on and not smear it when you put the handle on? So I've tried moving the decorative element to the inside. So that might work too, because this banding is put on when it's on the wheel. We'll do one with the CMIS as well. Or I could put, okay, some floral slip dotted thing. I've been doing a lot of that lately. However, I'm already feeling uncomfortable. It didn't quite turn out the way I would have liked here. So, and then the idea of, do we put a beaded foot on the bottom? And here we go, the Queen Anne's lace. Okay, my design for that I've got here on the back. But once again, okay, this is not going to be something they're going to want to pay too much for, I would imagine. So this might be a bit involved in getting the design on there. But something like this, maybe I could come up with something simpler. I do like, this is white on white with the green glaze over it. So preliminary prototypes, we'll see. Okay, what they think of these. I'm sure there will be twists and turns. Okay, let's get further into that kiln. I think that might be all of these. Okay, when I filled this kiln, there was that much room at the top. So I put, okay, the stilts not that way, but this way, and didn't waste that space. Now, I didn't put this little shelf on the top because it might have come out too cold, so I put a more open space on the top. And I always have things, extras around to fit in for odd situations. However, this time it was a plate that I don't think the glaze was thick enough. So I have some more of these, and I think I'll give them another dip, and maybe I'll have to water a batch of the glaze down. We'll see how that goes. And the garlic grater olive oil dipping plates. This is a little, inexpensive little item at the farmer's market. These sell fast. Especially since I've started placing a bottle of olive oil with them. And my olive pour jars. Okay, and that's what this was made for a olive blending business. As a dipping plate. And the olive oil dipping plates now a third size. I had small and large. Now there is a medium as well. They do sometimes confuse them with ashtrays, but once my pieces are bought, you can use them for anything you want except ashtrays. Okay, and I think this is left from back when I was doing glaze tests. I think I did a series about 5 or 6 of them this past late winter, maybe early spring. This is one of the tests that didn't get in, so what it is, I don't know. Okay, and I make my pie plates once a year when I'm at the Southside Historic Village volunteering. And I then fire them as needed and when they fit in the kiln. And they were needed right now. This was interesting in that one of these was an over-fired bisque, I believe this one, and one was fired at the normal temperature. So they both kind of accepted the glaze in a little bit different way. This one, the black slip, is showing through better. And so we've got a black slip combed through, the little white slip trail dots, and then all dipped in a thin layer of standard ceramics sea mist glaze. Okay, let's get down here further. So those 3 prototypes for the wedding on the top might have been the only 3 that were in here. Here's the large size on the olive oil dipping plates. So I like to always give people a choice of sizes. It makes the prices more understandable. But here's the twist and turn. Now, we'll get to this story at the end for the prototypes on the wedding gift. And this one is back for the Slovene Fest, another one from the last kiln opening. Okay, we're throwing things back and forth today. Okay, and these 2 are a story from the last video. And even the prototypes for the wedding, they were only on the top. So this is a mixed kiln load. We've got some little mugs that were called Keep It Warm mugs because of the narrow top. With a couple different glaze combinations. I think I did most of them like this, but I did try 2 or 3 in a different glaze. And this is an oatmeal blend. It was a commercial oatmeal that I had then dumped some leftovers of a couple other kinds in. So glaze blending is something that I do. And okay, this is glaze I have trouble with on the top. I think it gets a little too warm. Oh, look at the drips there. That was sloppy. Or does that look good? Well, in this case it looks sloppy. Now, with the black slip-trailed line, I found I had to get the glazes dipped to the exact right position. That the snow on brick needed to come just right to there, just above it, and the sea mist needed to come down to just, the sea mist needed to come down to just about the line. Otherwise, it didn't look right. So, we've got the placement here just perfect. This is a blend of the 2 glazes. And, okay, berry bowl season, I'm just about out. But I found a couple laying around that I could get fired to finish up this summer's berry season. I do think seasonally, not a lot of those in the winter. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, this one was too tall for the shelf. And it stuck to the shelf above it. And it was a refire that the bottom was bubbly and I dipped it in a glaze. It came out fine this time. Except for that. So if this commission goes through, I'll be doing 200 pots this time. I will share you every detail start to finish. Sometimes all you see in a video is how it's thrown or the kiln unloading. So I will give you all the details, including any twists and turns, which I'm sure there'll be. We'll see too first if they like the idea and go ahead with it. So for now, stop back and see what's going on in the studio next week.